Alright, hello and welcome. Wasn't planning on streaming tonight. I usually don't plan to stream on the weekends, but just, I don't know, felt right. Alright. Everything should be playing now. Yeah, it looks good. Alright, guys and gals, boys and girls, children of all ages, hello and welcome to, I don't know, a weekend stream. We are probably following the Samius After Dark rules and list and whatnot, but it's not officially Samius After Dark, but whatever. So I had a little bit of time, half an hour here, 20 minutes there, whatever, to basically do some explorer work. Just because, you know, I was sitting here and I was putting off doing work that I was supposed to be doing, kind of situation. And we made it to 20, so now I'm off to grind epic tokens. I still just have my awesome Nightforge stiletto as my weapon, but whatever, it's good enough. So let's talk about the current build. With those last few points, I went ahead and I switched out of Occult Slayer, and we grabbed a cleave, we grabbed some extra action boosts, we bumped our strength by raging 1,000,000, although really I don't know how much of this I'm actually going to get to do. Maybe a little bit occasionally, we'll see. So maybe this will be better off just taking something like Die Harder, or even this this attack, this weapon attack, just to get the additional, you know, and another attack with a few extra points of damage. And I went ahead and I grabbed the cleave. It's something I've been missing for a long time, so it's nice to have it. And then over here in the tree view, I'm in Fury of the Wild. This is kind of just, I don't know, first glance through, kind of decided how it should go. And then I twisted in critical damage 3, action boost, power. I grabbed this low-hanging fruit, grabbed some more action boosts. So we have 11 of all of our important action boosts, and I like having Endless Faith. There was a lot of times in the Explorer Zone just like running around, you know, I get called away, come back, work for a little bit, get called away again, and I find that I would get myself ran out of mana. And then I did a couple of quests. Okay, I did one quest, and it did a similar thing. It ran itself out of mana. So I like Endless Faith. It adds a lot of mana, and it gives you the regeneration. And it goes to 30 instead of just 20 or whatever it was. I don't know. But it lets you continue to use like slap in the face and on point with no problem. So one of the things that's really kind of nice, oh, also I'm not sure, I don't think that I'm getting this additional 5% attack speed. I was at 10%, and now it says I'm at 20%. So I think somewhere I'm picking up 10% attack speed, but I don't think I'm getting the 5% for this. But I do believe I get the +2 to all the ability scores. And I am getting the 20 melee power. So I'm not 100% sure I'm getting the that 5% attack speed. But I went ahead and I took it. It was, again, low-hanging fruit. Also, I think I need to update Okay, so one of the things that's really kind of cool, again, their double strike is really high, which is nice, and I actually thought really long and hard about twisting in the extra double strike from here to just get an extra 3, but really if I want to in Reaper mode I can still get it above 100, which is what I was looking for. So I decided to not worry about that right now. If it turns out that I don't need this extra mana, then we can consider it, but for now it's not a big deal. The other thing that I considered twisting in was Echoes of the Ancestor Divine Crusader. +1 strength, +2 sacred bonus to confirm critical hits, 5 extra hit points, and the songs last a little longer is pretty good, considering it may be better than these 3 action boosts from here. I'm not sure. But I'm hoping, basically 11 33 action boosts should basically just mean they're always going. I'm not sure if this is exactly how I like the layout, but we'll see. Something that's really weird, I do not currently have Rejuvenation Cocoon in. That might need to change as well. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Anything else? I don't know if this is optimal for what I want to do. But if we rage, we get a ton of stuff. Obviously, we have the Sense Weakness for a ton of stuff. We have the melee attacks and our adrenalines do the knockdown, which is huge. I just threw a bunch of strength in here, which may not be optimal. We may want this ward against weird, because we do have such a high spell resistance. We might be able to, you know, rack that spell resistance way up. I don't know how important it is. I really just don't know this tree well enough to know what to take. If you have suggestions, I'm open to figuring out how to rework this destiny. The nice thing is we do need XP in this sphere. This is probably the last one we epic TR'd. So it's nice to kind of fill that in. Otherwise, we've got a lot of adrenaline and damage coming out of here. So let's take a quick look at our melee power, because that's one of the things we've been looking for. 69, and of course that means that if I fire off this action boost power, it's 109, which is pretty good. I don't have the formula in front of me, but it seems okay. Let's just get a rough idea what this training dummy is doing. I don't think it's reset yet, but it seems okay. Alright, so let's grab... I don't think we need a fire resist anymore. The only really gear upgrade we've made at level 20 is I swapped out the healing amp outfit I was wearing that took us to 100 healing amp. I swapped it out for the epic red dragon hide, which gives combustion, which doesn't matter, fire which doesn't matter, fire guard can matter, incineration guard, which probably matters, but it has the eternal fire on it. Maybe it'll make a difference. And it has the +2 sapphire luck, which might make a difference. And then I also swapped out my old spot ring with my ring of elemental resistance. Just gives us just a few more ticks across the bottom there. But it also gives us Arch Magi, which is the big reason why we have so much more spell points now, and replaces our greater false life item that was in our armor before. So that's really it. We didn't swap anything else. Everything else is still the same junk we used to level up here. So does this have fire resistance in it? Yeah, it does. So really it's just a matter of sonic and electric resistance right now. That makes any kind of difference. The way our gear is miscellaneously put together. We're gonna go to healer. We should be over here somewhere. Let's see, we should probably also jump into the voice chat. Hello, Titan. I just didn't think about it. Titan was like, why no voice chat? I just wasn't thinking. Otherwise, I'd be in the voice chat.
Yeah, I'm working right now.
Good. Get to work. I need to make those dollars. I mean, you need to make those dollars.
Yep.
So you can give them to me, so I can have dollars. Alrighty. So yeah,
I love it when people give me cash at the door as a tip.
It's always nice. So we just went over the build. Now that we're level 20, like I said, I really didn't plan on much in the way of a lot of stuff. I don't even expect this to be a very big stream tonight, because I usually don't stream on the weekends. But I thought, I don't know, I'm not sure what I want to do. And usually when I think stuff like that, I think, you know what, screw it, let's just turn the stream on. This may not be very long. I might switch games. I don't know. I'm kind of hoping that Load Beef or Git or somebody decides that they want to help me farm fragments. But we'll see. So Epic Normal, I believe, is dropping a full token. And Devil Assault, we're going to go find out. Oh, we probably should should probably summon our Highland before we get away from the door and start the quest. It's the reason why I brought him. So, Titan, how much melee power should I be looking for to be awesome? Like 7 melee power? Like, I'm working, I can't answer your question, Samus. Do a bunch of strength. What? Oh, I had to scroll my hand still. Alright, let's get an idea what's... I mean, it seems a reasonable amount of damage here. It definitely feels all over the place already. We haven't even used our Vishanti Fortune for a minute here. And if we get swords, we can grab 15 more melee power without having to do anything. Seems reasonable. Alright. Let's fire that off. Let's fire off this guy too. So we should be 125-ish. A little less probably. Somewhere in that ballpark. Oh wait, no, I guess that's... Yeah, we have the extra double strike right now, so we're at 41, 60-ish double strike. A couple of like double hits for over 1,000. That's not using adrenaline stuff yet. We could adrenaline. We will. We'll eventually get there, but... wonder what's going on. Usually we at least have a few people hanging out with us right now. If you're out there watching on Twitch, say something. I may not be seeing Twitch viewers. Double strikes and see. So many buttons to push. Blessed Blades. bulbous over here doing his healing thing. There's our song. Looks like our song is about up. We'll sing it again. I think I'm gonna have to call Remy here. Hey, you gonna swing by effing Ponchos for me? I mean, that was my plan, because they're the only ones that are... Oh, I guess it's not midnight. What am I thinking? Okay, it doesn't have to be Ponchos. I was thinking it was midnight. Alright, well, just give me something you know I'll eat. Call your mom, see if she wants anything. I love you. Bye. Alright. Well, that's... I don't know what I was thinking. It was effing Ponchos. I just assumed it was after midnight, I guess. Today's been a long day for me.
Samius, I got pancakes going to Denver today.
That sounds alright. Actually, I gotta get the hell away from pancakes. And grains in general. I need to get back to...
I was on the freeway with my dad, and we had some stuff to take from our apartment to the house that he got. And we were on the freeway, and all of a sudden, someone in front of us, couple colleagues down in front of us, slammed on their brakes, and I got pancaked.
Oh, you got a pancake. I thought you meant stop to get some food pancakes. That's less fun.
I mean, like, someone behind me hit me, and I hit the person in front of me.
Yeah, that's much less fun than pancakes. Well, hopefully everyone is okay.
Yep, no one was hurt.
Oh, I think I want to swap this around. I feel like I want to cleave more than I want to hit the adrenaline overload, but maybe I'm incorrect. Oh, also, we're ready to do Unbridled Fury, although I don't think we're gonna have much of an opportunity to really get a lot of stacks coming in on this.
When do you plan on TRing again?
About 20 tokens from now.
How many do you have?
None. So I might put a group up in a little bit. I just wanted to see how things are running. Also, of course, Beef is usually pretty open to helping out. I always grab one of my alt accounts. So I mean, I could be getting 3 or 4 a pull pretty quick.
Yeah, no, I could come in too.
You could come in as well. Hey, darling.
Hermie says heading to Wendy's. Also, check his info since his character died. What the fuck does that mean?
He means CJ.
CJ
CJ's.
is in tow since his character. Oh, brings CJ with him.
Yeah, he's bringing CJ with
What
him.
does that do with his character dying?
CJ's character died, so he needs a new character. That's why he's bringing him home. Hey, Ritz, welcome to the stream.
Sad news is, I'm not off work until 11 my time.
Oh, it's alright. Just...
I'm going to bed.
Okay, did you have him bring any food? For you? You're going to bed?
I'm going to bed. I don't want food. Do you want food?
Yeah, I told him to call you and see if you want anything to eat. Otherwise, I told him to stop and get me something that he knew I'd eat, which is probably why he's stopping at Wendy's.
Okay. Good night.
I love you. Good night.
Mm-hmm.
What are you uh-huh-ing?
Mm-hmm.
Spent all day with you.
I said uh-huh.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a very convincing I love you too, or I know I love you, or you know you love me, or nothing. Just mm-hmm.
Good night.
Good night, darling. Oh boy. Well, now it's okay. Good. Twitch is starting to show me some things. Although I'm still showing 0 over here in my chat box. But at least we got some people hanging out now, talking. I haven't looked to see what the viewer list says. The viewer list says just a couple, so maybe that's correct. I don't know, so how many points of damage should I be looking for in Epic Quest here, now that I'm post level 20? Like, what's a reasonable amount of damage?
I mean, I do 400 to 500s of damage with that first number on my bard.
That's at 30, right?
Yeah.
So I said, right now on a monster that doesn't seem to have a huge amount of damage reduction, still using my awesome level 8 dagger, I'm getting around 100 and something, 150. But I'm also not raging my barbarian rage because I'm concerned about potentially needing to heal. But we're gonna fire one off here anyway, the next wave of crap. To be fair, we are just on normal, epic normal, and the reason why specifically is because I believe this drops a full token. I believe. And sometimes 2 or more. Man, the waves take so long. Alright, so against these Elver Elite Barbaroos, it looks like about 100 after their DR. Looks like about 150 against these Tieflings on the first number. Unless it's a crit, and then the crits are like 5 something. Like that's our average crit. So yeah, it's currently with our strength at 57. I think we're using a +9 strength item right now. So we can get a little higher than that, but not not mountains higher at this level. You probably work in like an exceptional item somewhere. Probably should hit the melee power button more often. I know I could have taken the opportunity to build an epic weapon, say like the bejeweled letter opener. That would be really pretty solid for this build at this particular junction, because we do have the we do use sonic power over here with resonant arms, but I didn't want to tie up another character slot. So, and I'd feel really bad if I took and built it and experimented for like a day and then threw it in the trash. So, better just leave it as pieces and use a less grid weapon to make our way through the quest. There's almost 1,000-point crit without having to go too deep. Also looks like most of our stuff was worn off as well, so that's annoying. So many buttons to remember to push. Glyphs. So basically during glyphs we have all sorts of reduction, damage reduction, stuff like that. Oh, a scary devil. Sweet. This is kind of what I've been waiting for, actually, is something like this to actually test our metal here. Oh, we're not in Reaper, so I can't fire off the extra 30% double strike. Oh, well, that kind of blows. Oh, I guess we should hit this button. Well, we hit him for 3,000 something. I suppose that's pretty good. More waiting. Always with the waiting.
I can't wait to see what Steel Star does with the third Artie tree next week.
Yeah, I don't know.
It looks like he's going more towards melee.
Well, he needs a melee tree. If I go boom, 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 I should be able to hit everything.
Have you seen the preview thread?
I have stopped kind of caring, really, unless someone points out or asks me a specific question. I don't really... I should go spend more time on the forums and stuff like that. I just don't. I 100% admit to being that guy who occasionally podcasts about the game, and streams the game all the time, but doesn't actually look at the future of it. Captain Hypocritical. Alright, here's some monsters. This enough to actually slow us down? Maybe? Well, I mean, not really, but... Hey, this guy's at least could kill our hireling if we're not paying attention. Again, we're just basically using a +5 weapon with a modified critical on it. So the fact that our level 8 weapon is still hitting like this at least tells me a couple of things. I don't know if it tells everybody else about some things. Don't we fire all this stuff off? We got a rage to... What didn't take? This didn't take? Well, I tried sending Shu a message, but it looks like he is gone. I need to start figuring out what I'm going to play next time. I really liked how a lot of this worked. I think you could probably get away with even more stuff out of the Ashanti tree. I just don't know if by the time you put 40 points into it, that really gives you that much more option, or that many more points later on. Get another tree. I still think it's probably the best tree to combine with Eldritch Knight. So I really kind of want to experiment with some sort of 5 levels of wizard-esque build. I think it could be pretty cool. Of course, the problem with doing something like that is you're probably going to want to have wisdom or int to damage as well as to hit. So now you're talking, I think it's 12 points in that tree, which is not infinite, but it's still a lot. That guy took a couple of seconds to kill. Yeah, 1,000 hit point monsters might as well not bother right now. That's a good feeling. Like 1,000 hit points is nothing. Not hitting all my buttons. I'm still just not used to having everything. I'm also... I don't think this is the game I wanted to play today. I think I wanted to play something else. But this is the easiest game to have like a late night discussion about. Let's clean up the trash and then we'll kill the guy. Any of the trash? Yes, here. Let's read you all the buffs while we're at it. So once we actually start attacking, yeah, the other guy did not last very long. So here's the question, is it worth the hassle to go ahead and fire up my alt account now? I am still playing the single weapon fighter build. I just went down at everything. See if I can lay this in a place where it can be mostly figured out while that'll kind of work. Why I get logged in on the other account here. Sound like Remy is finally home.
Alright, I pray I got this right. Mayonnaise, ketchup, pickle, and onion?
That'll work.
Okay. Also, here are the cards that Riley owes.
Okay.
If you want fries, I have fries. Otherwise, I'll eat.
You can have the fries.
Okay.
Yeah, good. Alright. I'll put those over there. We're logging in with the Steam Power. Let's see what he brought me. What did he bring me? He brought me a hamburger. Cheese a burger. Alright, so what you can't see right now is me grabbing Steam Power and running across the dungeon. Or across the thing. Oh, Samus is already in the party. Alright, so hopefully everyone got a reasonable chance to check that out. Invite Steam Power. Hey, I did some looking. Yes. Yes, you are correct. DDO Wiki says Rune Arms, Hunsitter Monks, and Druidic Oath. But nothing about the orcs. That is correct. So there's an enhancement for some of the things. Oh my goodness. It's fine. We'll just open this up and oh no, it wasn't in the quest. So, okay. So I have to actually have this guy in the quest when I do this. Alright. Yes, for orb or rune arms, if you want to swashbuckler with them, you have to have an enhancement. It goes right here. Or maybe it's here. It's this selector. Oh sweet, we got 2 tokens out of this run so far. So we have to remember to bring Samus bot in before the quest finishes. Sorry, Steam Power. So I'm pretty sure it's let's see, where's the swashbuckler? I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Eldritch Knight. Bashanti. But it is totally possible it could be something else. So on the swashbuckler tree right here, you get a swashbuckling style. Cannoneer, so you can use the rune arm. Arcane Marauder, so you can use an orb. It's right there. Otherwise, it interrupts. And then, in a swashbuckler style 2, if you have an orb, you can pick up 20 spell power, which, whatever. Or you can music box to pick up an additional 1d6 points of sonic damage, which is actually pretty good. But I still think this slap in the face or low blow is just way better. We're just doing an epic elite to get the tokens. And just for giggles, let's see. We'll give Samus a deadly. And then Steam will just hide in the corner. Yeah, I've done a bunch of different swashbuckling builds, so I was pretty confident in my swashbuckling stuff. I mean, clearly not 1000% comfortable, but pretty comfortable. So basically I used the cooldown, not every time it was off timer, but fairly close. And I still had plenty of time or buttons left, so we can do our best to always be on some sort of cooldown if there's monsters floating around. I cannot express how awesome it is to have a cleave. That was good. Let's see if I can't set some hamburger out for tomorrow. I got a corned beef I need to cook. But hey, maybe I should just make that instead. You can. The thing about cleaving is you have to have power attack, which I did not plan on taking with this build originally. So basically I leveled to 20 without a power attack, which was fine. Now why is this getting turned off? That's an interesting question. Does this turn off if you are raged? It shouldn't. Precision. There's a couple of things that we could have tweaked. Specifically over here. With our twists. We could twist in one of these combat stances. Which might have been okay long term. And probably is not totally necessary now. Alright, so this is the thing that's... What's up, King? Is that 63 that's down there basically getting multiplied? So it shouldn't on every... Need to do my best to remember to hit that. So our armor gives us an additional little bit of damage, fire damage. That's what's getting ignored, is the eternal flame damage from our sword, or our armor modifying our sword. I don't even think we fired this off last time, right? This Unbridled Fury. Should probably do that. What? Use your epic moment! That was probably unnecessary as well, but I knew we were getting close to incoming. Hey, get off my healer. If I mouse over this thing, should it tell me? Alright, it does tell me deadlies. Excellent. So what's the DR on those bearded devils then in this quest on Elite? It's not good. This is what I would have thought. Well, we could have a death. Could have a death, boys. Oh no. The healer took care of it. We could also twist in some, instead of the spell power boost. You know what? I'm gonna move this up here. No, I don't want to do that. I should move these down, to be honest. Like, they should not necessarily be up here. Oh, it just has so many of them. I think I have to move it up here. Just so I can see that they're still up there. Let's get that out of the way. Put it over here. Let's try that. We haven't fought the big elemental yet, so we still are in the waiting forever game. Yeah, damage still feels okay. We're not firing off these rages either. This rage I need to remember to do. This costs us nothing. I mean, 10 hit points is, at this point, who cares? And it does count as rage, so we should be getting our extra strength out of it. Alright, one button hit. Let's use this adrenaline. That was not a big one. Not as big as I'd hope. The first adrenaline punch we ever did, we walked into the boat, we hit adrenaline. We hit for like 4,000 something. That was pretty sweet. I lost count, but I think it's time for the fire elemental to pop out at the end. That was our bard song. Fire elemental, I think, is actually the scariest for the NPCs. I don't know, I wish I had somebody who could help keep me alive so I could completely unleash my character and just play the let's see game. Also wish there was a lever or a bell, like a gong to ring. Ring this gong to speed up the next wave. Something. So hopefully Shu will log on and come grab some tokens with us. If we get really lucky, we can get Raider in here, and or not Raider, some other Salonians in here. I could put a group up. I probably should. this is so long. Alright. It took longer than I thought he was gonna. Roar! So you guys want to discuss anything? Does anyone have a topic? We can talk about whatever. I'm down. We can discuss the thing that happened earlier today. I tweeted about it, but I haven't really discussed it anyplace yet. But Ben, friend of the show, sent me a PM. He's like, "Hey, by the way, these videos, these gun videos are now being pulled off of YouTube. But I found out that they're on Pornhub." And he sent me a link. I'm like, okay. So then I start to play the very first one. And of course, like, it's completely surrounded by ads that are like erectile dysfunction and grow your link. But every single one of them's got like this a massive donger on it. I'm just like, oh my God. I'm not gonna sit here and watch videos that got pulled off of YouTube for no other reason than they're videos that were pulled off of YouTube because they have guns in them. To also have to put up with a bunch of that kind of stuff on my computer. But good on Pornhub for being free speech friendly. They started pulling them down Thursday or Friday, I think, if I remember right. Wide scale bans on pretty much every video that has a gun in it. So last week they started pulling down gun assembly videos, and this week gun safety videos and gun training videos. So yeah, I don't know. Regardless how you feel about them personally, I'm not a big fan of people. Again, YouTube's a private company, blah blah blah, but not a huge fan of the idea that that's getting censored. I know there's a couple of people out there who are really pushing that it might need to become controlled in the sense that it's once you declare that either you are platform or political neutral, that you have to be politically neutral, or otherwise you're admitting that you have an agenda. I'm not real sure how I feel about that. Either way, lots of arguments, but I mean, I've talked about I own firearms. I've talked about owning firearms, and I've voiced my opinion on firearms on these streams. So now is somebody going to go through and search for someone talking about firearms, and bam, the video is banned? Like that? That would be really uncool in my opinion. You built your platform on being independent, and there you're, in my opinion, making a huge political statement. And whether you like it or not, I think we should all be able to find common ground that we want the information to be able to be discussed. A devil leader says, "Aga ga 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 ga." Is this? Oh no, I don't want to mess with it here, do I? I mean, I guess we could. All right, let's do this. Let's hit this button and this button. And, oh, we can't do that now. All right. I'm too enraged to hit that get angrier button. I'd really like to see these crits landing far more often. Yeah, the precision is getting turned off. Cannot be used by raged. So what is this turning off precision? Is it just this? Just the barbarian rage? If so, we definitely need to not have precision in our build in the future. And not that we'll ever play this particular build again, probably, but we should consider that for next life. Refresh our deadly here. So let's see. To see our new deadly damage, 3.8. And our critical is showing times 65. I'm not sure how accurate that is. I don't understand why it's fluctuating between 3 and 4 either. I don't know. I also mentioned before that we twisted in this critical damage, which is 6 damage on critical hits before multipliers. So I don't know if that's showing up here. It might be, might not be. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know. I usually don't spend all that much time at these levels, so I usually don't twist a lot of anything in. But I do like how the build is feeling right now. Now, like I said, getting to 110 points of melee power seems pretty good, which is where we should be right now. Oh, 99 right now. What 10 point of melee power are we missing? I'm missing somebody's. Oh, stunned. What do we roll a 1? Yeah, come on. I know. That was our normal walking around at 69. I feel like that was okay. I know, I kept looking for something over here that gave spell power, melee power, but there really isn't anything. I really thought about taking Rain. It was on my short list as well. Like, I could see swapping it in. Because we do crit like crazy. We are crit machines. Oh. Also, keep in mind we are still using our level 8 dagger. I've said that lots and lots, but it cannot be stressed enough. For people like, oh, that damage isn't that good. I mean, one, we're not really building for damage, but... yeah, I've used it lots of lives. I just don't have an infinite number of songs. But 2 minutes of buffs for 11d20 sonic damage. But that's just on Vorpals is the problem, not on crits. If it was on crits, it'd be a different story. But I also was looking at Echoes of the Ancestors, Divine Crusader, to give an additional +2 to confirm the critical hits and damage, which would be 8. And 8 times potentially 4. It's pretty good. Oh, we should have you get one of these. Yeah, I think you still can if you're in the fighter destiny. Which I almost... I mean, there's reasons why I didn't. Many reasons, but there's an argument for being in that destiny, whatever it's called. Ooh, that's not what I wanted. Oh, so sleepy.
Alright, I'm back, Samius.
Welcome back.
Yep.
Oh, we got held. That means they really love us. And a stun. Wow, what a beating. I'm gonna do it. There's enough monsters here. We're gonna adrenaline. Roar. Where'd you go? Come here. Here, not done with you. Alright, we're gonna swap to the bottom here for a second. Alright, pass over a full ruby to Samus, or a full token to Samus there. Pass over a full token to Samus there.
So
I
how many is
again,
that
you guys
so far?
can't see it, but just mention it. What Titan?
How many tokens is that so far?
6, I think. Yeah,
It's 100 fragments to make one.
it is. That's why getting a whole token is so good. Alright, let's see. Yeah, Samus got 2 tokens there, and yep, 2 full tokens there. So we are basically getting 2 full tokens, or 4 tokens a run right now. But that first run we didn't bring our helper in, so we didn't get 4 on that first one.
Like my own style.
So once again, if you are on the Sarlona server and you want to hang out, we'll take any level character. I'm not worried about XP or anything like that. We're just doing normals. And there's lots of reasons, but
telling you because we're your friends and we care. Your imp is always way too loud on stage. Our sound guy's getting mad and he's not even paid. Got it made in that dark apartment upstate. No food up in your fridge and you stay up much too late, drinking mad Diet Cokes, watching Tool DVDs. Now every time I visit feels like 1993. Let's see, we've been friends since '06 and your kindness never quits. Bunny tattoos on your
I don't know. I think if I was going to do this build, I would really look forward to, or I'd motivate to get a Drow dagger. If I didn't already have the dagger at level 23. But maybe even level 23 it's worth it, I don't know. Alright, so we're gonna dance. I'm gonna run Samus spot around. I'm gonna let you guys watch so you can see what's going on exactly over here. Or sorry, Steam Power, not Samus spot. But we ran out of inventory, so I'm gonna sell a bunch of junk. We'll Buddy understands you're about as punk rock as Avril Lavigne. You rock green cargo shorts when you're up on Ustream. You know there's no human team and no human being is as nice as you are, Mike. We're not trying to be mean. I never have to worry cause I know you're always there. John Longley cleaned his house, so Mike, you've gotta cut your hair. The real problem is I don't know if any of these things are any good anymore. Let's take all of the... I just have to make some big assumptions here that we're not going to accidentally sell anything important. We're telling you cause we're friends and we care. Mike Russo, cut your hair. We're telling you cause we're friends and we care. I like that. Wait. Are those the ones you get from Crystal Cove? Rose diamonds and I don't know. We'll keep those for now. I feel like those could be the ones from the Crystal Cove. Do I do much Reaper? So basically, we Reapered to level 20. We've been doing Reaper 1s and Reaper 2s that whole life, and basically since we did our Cleric life, which is 4 lives back now, I think we've basically been doing Reaper 1 or Reaper Greater, and most of this last life I think we did it 2. So we do a little bit of Reaper work. I actually honestly think that doing as much Reaper this life as we did. It was really important. Oops. Because we are a drow, we really had some serious penalties for being a drow instead of being a dragonborn, which is what I kind of originally built this build around. So we really relied on this Grim Barricade Tree. Happen to know a good DC to shoot for with Arcane Archer Reaper build? I do not. The specific numbers of all that kind of stuff is not something that I'm particularly good at. I always just get the biggest and that I can. Okay. Thought I actually had the other guy equipped, but okay. Deadly weapons it up. Yeah, if I had a specific number, I couldn't tell you what it is. And it's not like you always can't just go even bigger, right? Can always need more. Get out here, devils. Let's go to work. Bring it on! You know, something we haven't checked on is this. Because it scales with our range power. Our range power is not terrible. I mean, it's 56 right now. So it might do a good hunk of burning love. Hunk of burning love. That reminds me, I actually need to get a hold of my DM for tomorrow. I really don't have a character made right now. I've only had like 2 weeks to figure out a build. You know, it makes total sense why I don't have a build, right? So we're throwing that thing for almost 300 at that particular moment. That's pretty good. And clearly could be better, but not bad. Double strike. I definitely feel like the thing that takes the longest in this quest is waiting for the guys to spawn. It's like the can you stay awake for the whole quest? The answer is no, I can't. Sleepy now.
Yep, crap. This restaurant I have to go to right now is next to a bar.
Good. You like it. You don't want your car can get all dinged up, and that's just extra fuel for the fire. Oh no, what I should do is end this stream and then start another one and play real music. Because this whole stream doesn't need to be on YouTube, just the first half. Alcohol. Well, Ray, get on. I would get alcohol, but I don't think we currently have anything in the house. My wife, we drive by the liquor store occasionally, and my wife's always like, alcohol! And I'm like, let's do it. And neither one of us ever want to like actually go in and get anything. It's like, I'll drive in, you can go get something. I'm like, yeah, but I gotta get out of the car and go into a place. No one likes that. Yeah, drive-in. We used to have a drive-in liquor store here in Salina. I think it closed. We always used to make fun of it when we were younger. Like, yeah, who needs the drive-in alcohol shop? Answer is me. They'd come out like a Sonic. Can we take your order? Give them the order, and then they would come back out with your alcohol.
I tried to get in, and the bouncer made me get up my ID.
Why you're not going into the bar?
Like, well, I kind of did just for the restroom because I had to go. I don't know. The thing is, I'm still hungry. I found, I don't know if everyone else is excited about this like I am, but I found a place that sells a bacon stick. So they're made with pork and bacon meat. So it's kind of like a, not really beef jerky, it's more of like the processed sticks, more like a Slim Jim-esque style of jerky. But in their first handful of ingredients, there's no processed ingredients, which is pretty sweet. Which means they're way down on the list. And they're made in Iowa. And I am all about cut off the heads. Make things dead. What happens when you blink. Never blink, you guys. Never let your eyes close for a moment. Or the quest will actually turn on, and then all sorts of danger. Deadly danger, even. You've seen the devil, Samus. That's no bueno. What devil? Which one? McDonald's? Personal demons? The New Jersey devil? That mother trucker owes me $20.
Spin it, Babaloo. Boop, boop, doop, 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 boop, 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 doop. Tailspin. Boop, 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 doop, doop, boop, 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 doop, doop. Sweet talker. Sweet talker. Heartbreaker. I don't know. I just want to let you all know. If you guys ever have any problems, you're welcome to discuss them with me. You can do it privately or here, whatever. You can always send me an email. I need to actually probably set up a different email. My Samius at DDO Cocktail Hour email, I don't think is getting all of its replies or all of its messages. I need to actually check it out. Maybe I need to just set up an email mask. But I know it's been a little while. But if you're having some problems, let me know. Be happy to help in whatever way I can. I mean, I can do a lot, but sometimes all you need is someone to be like there for you. So if you need to talk, you're welcome to talk to me. However, I'll tell you how it is. I won't sugarcoat things. I'll tell you what I think, just like I do right here live. But I get the occasional message. It's, you know, like, hey, it's good. I'm glad. I appreciate that you did something or been somewhere or whatever. You know, we're family. Ba bada bing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We're families, and families are there for each other. Mostly me, for you guys. But I'm there. Know what I'm saying? Alright, I think this is going to be the last run of this. Then we'll go do something, I don't know, something else. Just for some variety. It won't be as efficient as this, but just for breaking up the monotony's sakes, we'll do something else. Super hit, no. Pretty good. Not what I'd call a super hit. Yeah, we're fine. So what's my phone chirping at? I don't know what that is. How excited are you guys to watch me put some nuts in my mouth? I know you perverts. Perverts love it. Bag of pistachio. Come on, devils, let's go. You fought the deli? I want to eat nuts. There you go. I love actual nuts. Not the world's biggest peanut guy. I do like peanuts. But I just... macadamia nuts.
What about nuts?
I said I love nuts.
I'm not into that trail mix stuff.
I said I like to buy one kind of nut and eat it, like macadamia nuts or Brazil nuts, or in this case cashews or pistachios. I like cashews a lot. Well, I can't spell Thoughtgar, so don't feel bad. And some people would say I don't read so good either. Because I can't sound out words. That part of my brain doesn't exist. Rebarred song while we eat a fresh pistachio. Instinct is to give Irish. Instinct is a gift. Irish. Yeah, no, don't follow that one. Oh, that's right. Can't throw the daggers when I'm angry. Oh, we should be hitting this button for sure, 100% right. Fathers or brothers? Did I just break the game? Oh, damn it. Apologize about that. I hate that. I hate that more than almost anything. I saw it happen too. I just did not have my hand in the right spot. The thing is, I didn't even move the screen. I just clicked up there. There's probably enough things I can get away with doing this now, right? Adrenaline. Come on. Keep the bad guys coming. Oh, that siren didn't sound like it ended right in front of the house again or anything. Adrenaline overload. Well, why there's a few of you in the chat, Bard, Favored Soul, Fighter, Rogue, or Paladin. What should be our next life? So one more time. Bard, Favored Soul, Fighter, Paladin, Rogue. Of those 5 classes, what should we try? You're fine. Started watching a buttload of, well, I shouldn't say buttload. Been watching a lot more movies again. Been on a strong like kick lately where I mostly watch things like how-to videos or whatever on YouTube, and I started watching some movies last night. Yeah, to hit 310 blood pressure. What? That sounds crazy. Hit 310 ppl. I'm not sure I know what that is. What? And we got... Alright. Crazy. Crazy guys. I know what we're gonna do. I know exactly what we're gonna do. He'll time out on his own. We're gonna see about pulling that Gibbers blade. I don't actually know which one of these it is, so... I feel like Legend Revisited is the one. The Legend of Two-Toed Tobias. Yeah, we'll assume that's it. I don't know if we need to do anything crazy. We probably could have done hard, no problem. To be really honest, we're just doing something different. What's this?
Get yours.
Oh, the Twisted Sister song. Yeah, I do like that song, but again, I'm trying to keep the stream, at least the ones that will hopefully get replayed on YouTube in the future, like the DDO ones. Trying to keep those copyright infringement free. When they put a copyright infringement on your video, they just mute the entire thing on YouTube, and that's just... I'd hate for somebody to be like, so I tried to watch your video explaining your build as you went through it, but it was muted for like 3 hours of the stream in the middle. I don't know what to do. Welcome, Mr. Collins. I didn't know about that. Alright, there's another down before we go. Down and around that way. Must be on this side of the boat. Hi. So we're taking tallies for what the next build should count as, whether it's a bard, a favorite soul, a fighter, a paladin, or a rogue. Yeah, basically one of each of those lives to do, except for fighter, we have 2 fighters to do. So this will be life number, well, 6 left, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what do you guys want to see? You want the Samius take on what class?
I say paladin.
Okay. So technically Titan counts as, I believe, 2 votes? Yeah. So Titan counts as 2 votes. So Twitch subscribers get to do 2. Bard. So we have 1 for Bard. That's fine. Healer is tricky because we to play as a dedicated healer, that means you need dedicated DPS, or you have to be able to do it. I'll be happy to play a favored soul, but he's not going to be primarily a healer. Do you still want to vote for favored soul? I'll put you down. Okay. Well, when I hear the role healer, I think dedicated healer. Oh, you just want to see the class, the favorite soul class, we have to play it. Mark you down. Greedy, we're a little greedy. You didn't get this last vampire. We did 3 runs and got, what, 10 tokens? We drug Samius bot along, or sorry, Steam Power along. So technically we're at 12 right now. So we could probably do 2 more runs and have enough. DDO dude finishes his I'm stepping up the hard. Starts his Warlock Gnome build. Kind of cool. Look at that. Trash has enough hit points. It takes us a couple of swings to actually kill it. There's a turn. Not sure, but I may be taking more damage cleaving. So that costs 10 hit points to do that than I am from the monsters. Between Deplored, Displacement, Ghostly, all those things, you can really rack up the various channels. Frenzy takes 10 hit points, the Supreme Cleave takes 10 hit points. I mean, it adds up.
You can take an enhancement that usually disables that requirement for the cleave.
It takes more points than I have. The build is very, very tight on enhancement points. Very, very tight on enhancement points. As it is, let's see. We have 26 points in Bard. We have 41 points in Vashante, and we have 13 points in Frenzy Berserker. So if we were to just put this on its ear real quick, like I said, I feel like with Harper Agent, I can get to Strategic Combat in 12 points. So that basically is a wash of Frenzy Berserker. If we copy basically this exact tree as we have it here, that gives us 26 points to put into Eldritch Knight or Racials if we were to do an Eldritch Knight build. Which is honestly what I'm really leaning towards doing just for giggles. some sort of Eldritch Knight-esque build. Meaning at least 5 levels of wizard. My question is, where's this missing vampire? He's not there. Honestly, I have to look. I may not even need all 5 levels. I mean, we probably would, because 5 levels would be, you know, rage and whatnot, but I would do that primarily if we weren't doing a bard. If we're doing a bard life, it might look a lot like this. Except we'd probably have like 4 or 5 fighter levels in it. Just to grab the extra feats that we want when we want them. Getting all of the single weapon fighting feats would be pretty sweet. Also, having cleave and power attack at a low level would be very awesome as well. It'd be really nice to pull a Gibbers right now. really not like to, or really don't have to worry about it. And I'd rather not run this quest again. Running something more than 3 times in a row is probably too much for me. That's one of the reasons why I really like the Reaper stuff right now. Even lets you get out of, bust out of chains if you want. You just get so much more XP. Thank you. Sitting pretty good. Ooh. Well, should we try that one more time, or should we do a different quest? Whatever we do, it'll probably be the last thing for tonight. See if anyone's got any suggestions. Alright, well, there are no comments. We'll do this one more time. And we'll probably take off for the evening. I wanted to do something. I didn't get a chance to stream Friday, so get a little bit of streaming in on the weekend. Usually we don't do that, but thought it'd be a nice change. Let's play the Step It Up game. So we did normal, hard, elite. Oh, Anubis stealing my buff. Stealing both of my buffs. Come on, bro. Not stealing your buffs. Whoa! We took 263 points of damage here at the end. That was the last big hit. We got a hit again before that for another 200. Another 250. So it looks like we just got hit like 4 times in a row for 250 XP. Or hit points, I mean. That was a beating. That was brutal. back down to just hard. That's okay. If we can't do it, we can't do it. But certainly not gonna give up on it. Not yet. Well, the stone guard's gonna take forever to kill, so we better get this guy down. Didn't take as long as I thought he was gonna. Alright. Are we going to be lucky enough to find all these vampires this time through? Again, I don't know where else to look for them. That didn't start to spawn until here. Far off our double strike here. He is without a soul, huh? I think we have time. I think we have time against the Chaos guy to be. There we go. Excellent. That's what the high double strike chance gets you. That was real nice. Fire off one of these, and get all of the get multiple attacks off of it. Oh yeah, we have so many. I don't know if we need all of these clickies either. So we might be able to twist in something else at level 1. Right? Different level 1 power. Yeah. I'm not sure what that'd be right now, because my first instinct, of course, as always, would be self-healing. But I'm pretty sure that's not, in fact, what I want. I mean, it's nice to be self-healing, but it's also nice to not worry about it. I don't think I can rearrange my points in such a way. Maybe I can. Actually, like, maybe I don't need all 4 twists. Maybe I could rearrange and just go down to 3 twists and get the power to the opponent. Maximize my crit modifiers and keep the spell point. No, because I would need. Jesus. So we still need 4 things. Do we have 5? Is that what the deal is? No, we still just have 4. So if I were to swap out this extra action boost, I would have to. This would become a 2. And I would still, yeah, I don't have enough. I mean, I could take the mana out, I guess would be the option, right? I pull the mana out, and then I can... And the plus... whatever, then I can turn 1 into a +2, maybe? And then just not have a 4th one. Yeah, I can do that. So if I get rid of the mana... I could probably turn the 2, or sorry, turn the 1 into a 2. So I'd have a 3, a 3, and a 2 instead of a 3, 3, 1, 1. And then I could go stance, critical damage, and yeah, stance, critical damage, and the power boost. Let's say we just tear through this guy. I wasn't expecting that. There's Givers down. And the last guy down. Can I please get my awesome thing? Got a drowned torch, which is like an awesome thing. Alright. Well, overall, I think the build's working out pretty good. I could see somebody, if they wanted to like get the right gear and really work on it in Epics, I think it could be viable. I don't know if it's like top tier by any stretch of the imagination, but I think it's probably a good, like, kind of do a little bit of everything build. And like I said, I think with a little bit of gear work and a few more epic levels, you could really tweak that in there and really kind of push it in some interesting ways. So my plan is to probably before the next stream get ready for TR, farm the rest of the tokens, make sure Shu's got his tokens ready if he's planning on coming with us again at level 1. And the basic idea will hopefully be to TR on Monday. I gotta make some time to do that, but we'll see what happens. But if everything works out, we'll be able to TR on Monday, and that'll be really cool. So just in case you're like me and you always look at the last couple frames of the build just to kind of know. We went 11-7-2 Barbarian Bard Rogue. Our leveling order was a little weird. We went like Rogue, and then we went a bunch of Bard levels, and then we took a bunch of Barbarian levels. And then somewhere around like 9, we took our second Rogue level, or 10. And basically we wanted to make sure we had our base attack bonus in position to be able to take improved critical right away. We kind of went up this Bard tree with the swashbuckler stuff, and then moved into the Fashanti line a little later. We tried being able to throw. The throw I don't think was quite there. I might swap. I can't really swap everything, to be fair. I'm gonna say we can do some swapping.
Dying in Reaper because of that less extra HP you didn't have.
We did have some issues in Reaper too, where basically we fall to like minus 22 or whatever, where if we would have been the correct race, instead we were Drow, if we were Dragonborn, we would have had at least plus 2 more con. But I also believe there's some extra low-level hit points in their tree, which we might not had at the end, but we could have had at the beginning. This is a racial-only enhancement point here. But yeah, I think there's some low-hanging fruit that can be done, and I definitely think properly thinking through the leveling process, there's a good path for how you play it. Definitely would have made life a whole lot easier if I had started at a Cult Slayer instead of Frenzy Berserker. The ear smash for just 2 points, you know, 1 for the first one and then 1 for the first ear smash, would have made a whole slew of difference. Them not being able to cast a spell even for 2 seconds, let alone for 4 seconds for the third point. The second point in the enhancement would have been huge. Yeah, overall I thought the build worked out really well. Our melee power is, you know, 69. It's not terrible, nothing to scoff at. Again, the only real changes I would consider is redoing this enhancement point, or these Twist of Fate points. Potentially take out, if I lose Endless Faith, I could put the extra points into this tier 1 to tier 2. And then I could move the action boost power to there, and I think I could take this stance. No, I can't take that stance. Never mind, I guess that doesn't work. Because we don't have enough to take this to 4 and this one to 2, I don't think, right? This costs 4, this costs 4, so that's 8 points. If I take this one out, that would give us 7 points. So yeah, we can't upgrade both. Kind of sucks. I need one more Twist of Fate point, and we can do everything we want. But it is what it is. So yeah, I'm not sure what we would twist in, then that would be just a little bit stronger. None of this is particularly great. There's not anything in the primal tree that especially helps. There's nothing in the Shirati tree that particularly helps. Basically, the only other thing that would make sense would be Grim Precision. But, you know, keep in mind that regular Precision doesn't work with Raging, so that should probably be Power Attack instead. And there's a few other changes that we can make in here that would make a lot more sense. We could definitely have greater single weapon fighting by now. We can have all 3 if we planned a little better. And if we lost things like quick draw for other things, I mean, we could easily work all that in. Let's see real quick. Our running around right now armor class or dodge is 18%. So honestly, we should probably have not put this dragon armor on for epic or for reapers. So losing that D6 points of fire damage would probably be a whole lot better. I think this Dragon Touch Shroud will probably end up being better than this for Reapers. So right now we have 80 positive spell power. We swap over to that. We go to 120 positive spell power, and then we don't have to wear this ring. We could wear a different ring if we wanted. I mean, this is still a fine ring to wear, but not as important. Basically now this is an Arch Magi ring. A little bit of perks where instead we could put on something completely different. I don't know what right now, but I don't know. Anyway, and that would take our dodge chance. We had maxed out our dodge at 27 in Reapers. So 30% dodge seems pretty good in Reaper mode. So alright guys, with all that, I'm not sure if we're going to do any streaming tomorrow. We probably will if we do. I'm probably going to try to do some oxygen not included. I have to kind of... I don't know. I don't want to say fiddle around, but I'll have to kind of think about it for a little bit. And see if I even have time. I'll probably try doing some oxygen not included. But I do definitely want to make sure that I get the rest of my tokens on Samius and be ready to go come Monday morning. That's the general plan, is to TR on Monday. And then right now, Paladin's in the lead with 2 votes. 2 votes. Favored Soul's got 1 vote. Bard's got 1 vote, but there's a lot of people who still need to cast. So hopefully we'll have an idea of what to do by Monday. Alright guys, with all that, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you later. Toodles.